Hey guys, before you watch the video, I just wanted to let you know that Haas Tool is having a 50% off sale on their seeds. So check that out. I put a link below for Haas Tools. And in my video, I say I'm feeding Swiss chard to the rabbits. I'm feeding it to the chickens. Don't pay me any attention, okay? Enjoy the video. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Michelle's Garden. I know I've got a lot of subscribers who have come on board, and I'm so thankful and grateful for that. You guys are awesome. I had a viewer message me and ask me if I was okay because I haven't been putting out any content, and I do apologize for that. I've been working full-time, and it's so hard to juggle a full-time job and your garden and your home and trying to make time for family. I know that there's a lot of you out there who feel my pain, but I just recently became full-time in February after working part-time for 18 years, and it was kind of a situation I was kind of forced into. I didn't want to be full-time, but it was either take it or not have a job. So I'm working with it. I'm doing the best I can. I'm trying my best to get back to like maybe 3 12-hour days or something to where I can have more time at home, because farming the land is what I so enjoy doing more than anything, instead of working in a warehouse. But you know what? We all got to do something that we don't like, right? So I've been canning when I have time. I've been canning peppers. I canned some cowboy candy. First time I've ever done that. Turned out really well. I like it. I specifically grew peppers just to do that. I don't eat a whole lot of peppers, especially hot peppers. I've got some sweet peppers, some bell peppers, and I like to stuff those and eat those that way. I kind of grow peppers to eat them as they're fresh. I don't really do a whole lot with them. But I'm headed up to the garden today to do some cleaning up. It's been hot. It's been too hot to do anything, and I work in a warehouse that's hot in the heat for like 8 to 10 hours a day, and so the last thing I want to do is go up in the garden and work some more in the heat. But I'm going to show you a jar of these peppers. This is a half pint jar of this cowboy candy. It's candied jalapeno peppers. It's pretty good. It's got sugar, vinegar, turmeric, celery seed, garlic salt, and I think on one batch I actually put some chili powder in it. But it's a condiment. You know, you eat it on your hot dogs, hamburgers. I think you can eat it on nachos, cream cheese and crackers. So far I've had it on a sandwich. I've had it as a side thing on my dish, you know. I mean, just something to eat on the side. So I'm considering a fall garden. This is the first that I've been outside. I don't even know what it feels like. Well, it's sticky, imagine that. And I brought a cup of coffee with me. Oh well. Well, I am going to do some fall gardening. I've never really had a whole lot of success with fall gardening. You know, I've had a little bit here and there. You know, I've grown some cabbage, I've grown some Brussels sprouts, I've grown some greens. I've never had any luck with cauliflower and broccoli, which I'd really love to be able to do that. And I'm going to give it another shot. Never give up. I am going to put some seeds in the ground today. I'm going to put some, hang on a second, I've got these in my hand. Try to turn them around and not spill the coffee. Talent takes talent. I got some Mississippi pink-eyed purple hull peas. I'm going to try to put some of those in the ground. Just one row. I really don't know how those grow. Never planted them before. But I'm going to give it a try. My garden is a wreck. Yesterday, me and Jeff were out here putting chicken wire all the way around the bottom of the fence to our garden because I have a rabbit that is just eating anything and everything. You know, it really took a toll on my tomato plants, and it was like it would come in here and knock down the tomatoes and eat during the night, I guess. It hasn't really done too much on my peppers. I had black-eyed peas planted. It ate my black-eyed peas. I was really looking forward to having some black-eyed peas to put up this year, but I didn't get to do that. So we're going to go in here and look at this crazy mess. I know that, you know, towards the end of the summer garden, a lot of people's gardens are a mess. You get your fill of it, you're tired of it, you don't want to go out anymore, it's too hot, and you don't have time. We got some rain yesterday. We needed rain really bad. It's been hot here like it is across the country for a lot of people. We've had some heat indexes up to 105, 102, 103, and it is just miserable. You know, the last thing you want to do is go outside. So I'm going to show you my Indian corn. I don't have any idea if this corn is going to be able to produce, you know, make it through this heat to produce anything. I wish I would have got started on it earlier, but it's just a wait and see situation. But let me turn you around and show you what's going on in here. There's that Indian corn. I'm telling you what, this stuff is probably, gosh, I don't know, 12 feet tall. I mean, it's tall. I'll back up a little bit so you can see the zinnias. Zinnias, they're lovely. I've been cutting them and taking them in the house and putting them in some jars to just enjoy. So I've got 2 beds of the zinnias. Then we've got the Indian corn. The storm knocked over some of it. It's really, really tall. You know, it's got some ears on it. You can see them there. I'm hoping that they make it. This is my Haas Tools jalapeno peppers. These things have done so wonderful. There was only 5 plants in here. One of them didn't make it. They have produced a ton of peppers, and really big, wonderful peppers. There's my green stalk that's just looking pitiful. Here's some lettuce that's just going to seed. And my watermelon plant over here. I have never been able to really grow some watermelons. I have one watermelon here. And I had one on the other side, and it got about that big and it split. And I don't know why. I'm hoping this one does not. So far, it looks good. I was worried about it, you know, getting all that rain and it absorbing the rain and just busting open, but so far it's done okay. So I hope I at least get one watermelon. Here's my Swiss chard. I've been feeding that to the rabbits. Some more zinnias. Let me show you these poor pitiful tomatoes. I had a wonderful, wonderful tomato season, guys. I really did. These were mostly the Haasenators from Haas Tools. I had some tomatoes that were the size of softballs. They were awesome. I'm going to pull all these out today. I'm going to salvage what I can. There's my 3rd row here. Okay, in this next row, this is my first time growing gourds. I grew these because I want the grandkids to be able to paint some birdhouses. These vines, this is only 3 plants, have taken over everything. Look, it's growing up over here over the tomatoes. And I'm just letting it do its thing. Here's some gourds in here. This thing is loaded. I mean loaded with gourds. I'm hoping that they'll make it through this heat and the frost. I mean, till the frost, at least till the frost, which I think that's not till October. So I think I have plenty of time to get some gourds off of this. I really only needed, here's some sunflowers. The gourds are coming over on that. Here's some weeds I got to get out of here. I only needed like 10 gourds for the grandkids. Sunflowers have been absolutely gorgeous. I have cut these also and taken them in, put them in some jars and set them around. I want to show you this one gourd over here. The other day it was not this big, but today, or actually I noticed it last night, pretty good size gourd. See that in there? That is a pretty good size gourd. I don't know a lot about them. I know it takes, once you harvest them, it takes so many months for the seeds to dry inside to be able to make a birdhouse out of it. I did try to put some seeds in the ground with this heat. It just hasn't turned out well. These are beets. It looks like something's actually been munching on them. I couldn't tell you if that was a rabbit or if it's just some pests like bugs because of the heat. That was all my corn. I've harvested, pulled it out. You can see all the weeds that's growing. There's a little bit of corn over there. Right here is where my cucumbers were. My cucumbers were actually in both these beds, and I put beets in both these beds and just not getting anything to germinate. There's my electroculture. I have to say that I am on board with that. That did wonderful, absolutely wonderful for my cucumbers. This is my asparagus, crazy and wild as it looks. I have an okra plant right down here. I did not plant much okra. I had 2 plants, which was enough for just me because I'm the only one who eats it. Here's one of my okra plants. The chickens are doing good. They're surviving this heat. They're not really laying much right now, and I'm assuming it's because of the heat. Hey girls. Good morning, girls. Some of them are up there in the nesting box. There's one coming down. Okay, these rows right here I cleaned out. This was my my beans. You can see where some seeds fell. Some of them are still coming up. I had some Cherokee Trail of Tears beans in this one, and then I had what did I have in this row? I had pinto beans, and this whole row is a 25-foot long row. I managed to get 1 mason jar full of pinto beans out of that. This is another okra plant. This one's actually really good. So I pulled out some peppers in this one here, and I got just a few peppers left. This right here, this little pepper, this little red pepper right there, it's a sweet pepper. Oh my gosh, it's delicious. These are not jalapenos. They're not hot. They've done really well. Had a banana pepper there. These are bell peppers along through here. Starting to rain a little bit. It was not supposed to rain till like 2 o'clock. And I don't know, it's like maybe 9:30 in the morning. It wasn't supposed to, we're supposed to get some storms in a little while. So I was going to get out here and get started, and guess what? It's drizzling. I might just work in the rain because I've had to work in the heat. Why not work in a little bit of rain? Me and Jeff worked back in July when he had some time off for the 4th to finally get the greenhouse covered, get the plastic on it, get the shade cloth on it. He got the vents put in. I need to put a fresh coat of paint on it, and one of the doors we still have to get some screen put over the opening. I'm going to show you my greenhouse. I don't have anything going inside yet. We still have a little bit to do to set up the inside so I can grow in it. But man, I am so happy to get this project pretty much done, I say. We still have to close in the back side of it. It's covered with plastic for now, but I want to put a door in on the back side. But I bought some grow bags to use from Haas Tool to use inside here to grow. I've just got to get that set up and get some compost put in the bags. My greenhouse is not in any way, shape, or form square. It is like a Dr. Seuss greenhouse. But I'm telling you what, I don't care. I don't care. I get to grow in a greenhouse. That's all that matters to me. We didn't level the ground. You know, you don't realize how unlevel a ground is till you get started with something like this, but we learned a lot. You know, it was our first time putting up a greenhouse, and we learned a lot. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Okay, I'm going to show you this. Let me get you turned around. There it is. I'm so looking forward to being able to come out here in the cold weather and grow. Hopefully grow. Let's go in here. This was, I think it was a fun project. I think Jeff was wishing we'd get it done so he could move on to something else. But I got a 40% shade cloth. Feels actually pretty good in here. We got a vent on that side. Here's the side that I want to put a door. And we have the door off the front of our house because I bought a new storm door. So I'm going to take the door that we had, which is all screen, and I'm going to put it back here and just figure out a way to shut it off in the wintertime. Here's my sides are rolled up, and there's hardware cloth on right there, so nothing can get in, no bugs can get in. I've got some painting to do on the inside. I'm going to put up some 2x4s that go the length of the greenhouse across the top so I can hang lights. There's my exhaust fan. We don't have it hooked up yet, but it's in. And then I'm going to eventually build a path that goes to the back side of the garden and another arbor so I can walk through the garden and straight out here into the greenhouse. And I'm just so happy to have gotten this far. And there's the screen that we've got on this door here, and we've got to get some on this door here. That's the only opening. There's tons of dead bugs laying around in there that went in there in the heat and didn't find their way out. Let me shut this up. But they tell you to put the plastic on a warm day so that it loosens it up. Don't put it on when the wind's blowing. Well, guess what? We put it on when the wind was blowing, and we got it on. It was a job, though, and it was really a job getting that shade cloth on. I want to show you something, if I can get this thing before it moves. See if you guys see that rabbit right there. That's the little sucker that's been going in and eating my garden. It was watching us the whole time that we were putting this fence on. The bottom of the fence, you know, poultry wire, I think is what they call that. So I'm attaching that to the existing fence for the garden, and I've got just a little bit left to go right here on the back side. So guys, it's about 70, 75 degrees out here right now. It's kind of a little bit sticky. It was misting a little bit of rain, but oh so beautiful. So glad to be at home. I only get like 2 days at home, Sunday and Monday. One of those days, you know, I put aside for family. Monday is my only day to get out here, and I try to get as much done as I can. And today is that day, so I'm going to get in here and get to work. Try to clean up as much as I can, try to get a few seeds in the ground. There's an app called seedtime.us, I guess .us. I got that from Whisper and Willow Farms. I don't know if you watch that channel, but if you go to that, and you can download a calendar where you can log in, create an account, log in, put in what it is that you want to plant, what crop you want to plant, and it will tell you when to prepare your row, your raised bed, whatever you're growing. It'll tell you when to prepare it, cultivate it, whether to direct sow or transplant, and it will tell you when you will harvest that crop. It's pretty cool. So I downloaded that, and I had to adjust when I'm going to put the pink eye purple hull peas in, because it said to direct sow those like the first week of August, and I was not able to get out here and do that, so I changed it to the 28th, which is today, and it says that I will harvest them in November. If I would have got them in, you know, the 1st of August, I would have been able to harvest them in October, but I'm going to put them in the ground and see what happens. I do that a lot. I'm always missing that window or something, and always just saying, well, I'm just going to put it in the ground and see what happens. So I do that a lot. So I hope you guys have an awesome day wherever you are. I hope you find a way to stay cool. I hope you enjoy your day, whether you're at work, at home. Just enjoy the day. And thank you guys for joining me. See you again soon. Bye.